Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode this week. I'm your host, your concierge, your guide to the art world. And if you guys haven't read the title, I'm going to go ahead and get started. But if you haven't read the title yet, we're going to be drawing Baby Yoda. Hold on, let me get my reference up. And one more, hold on, one sip of coffee. Oh, that's good. Always drink your coffee, guys. Sorry, I'm a little shaking this today. Sorry, look at this. Sorry, I'm gonna get a little of a weird start today. Anyway, let's get to it, guys. We're gonna draw this cute little guy. If you guys haven't familiar with this character, let's get a head going in here, and we'll get some big old ears. Yeah, it's continuation of Star Wars month, guys. Let's keep it going. Now, if you guys have seen, we're gonna continue our stream of look at this. Oh crap! If you guys aren't familiar with this character. Oh yeah, but just to let you guys know, we're still gonna be streaming Star Wars. Catch us this week. We're gonna be drawing. Sorry, we're gonna be streaming. I believe Mike wants to do just vehicles, so we may do one episode of because I gotta play as Boba Fett, but we gotta get better at flying up because mostly we always do just playing as the characters. I mean, I just love to play as Boba Fett. I'm pretty biased on that. So anyway, let's see if we can get this little guy. Pretty easy, guys. I mean, it's mostly you got this big old coat, so actually this would be I thought it'd be also be a good lesson to get some clothes in. So always good opportunity, guys, to look. If like let's say, guys, if you're having trouble drawing a certain thing, let's say you're having trouble drawing and I know this is kind of self-explanatory, guys. If you're not it is best, like let's say if you're having trouble drawing spears, you know what I mean, it's a good idea to draw Aquaman because he's a good character. You can and I say this because this is a good tip, guys, because I'm a creator, so I like to draw characters that are established because it's easier. So but it's a little difficult, like if let's say, guys, you want to draw your own character with a spear, right? It's best to, and you don't know how to start, it's best to start out with doing some character similar to kind of like not to rip off. It's not to rip off, so there's no shame in it. If you want to draw a character that uses guns, draw guns, draw G.I. Joe, draw a Punisher. If you want to draw a guy who, like I said, who uses a spear, go with Aquaman. So just to get a reference, and then once then you can start designing your own characters. So that's kind of how it starts. If you're having trouble, if not, it's just a tip for all you youngins who. It's all about confidence, guys. Drawing is all about confidence. Like when I'm, I hate to say it, guys, sometimes I'm kind of nervous as hell with these videos because I only have a certain amount of time and I'm trying to get it right, and I don't have time to go back. I'm trying to draw this in one fell swoop for you guys, and and I'm sorry if you guys are upset if I'm ending the series for you, those of you who watch this. It's just not pulling enough. Maybe one day when I have a bigger audience, guys, I'll take this up again, but right now I want to concentrate on other things and my TikTok. Hope you guys, I gotta put my TikTok in the because I'm starting to get more views on that for my shorts, and yeah, I'm just doing what works, guys. I mean, I'm still figuring this channel out, and I have a few things in mind I'm gonna be concentrating, but like everything's trial and error, guys. That's all. So okay, so we got our basic character. Okay, well, looking pretty good, actually. He's so cute. All right, let's tone this down. Let's get out our trusty ink pen. If you guys are familiar with this character, the eyes are that actually had me the worst because these eyes don't lie. Let's see, I just want to get these right because there's a lot of stuff going on with his eyes, guys. So very, very careful with the eyes because this is something that. My cheek just hit the microphone. Let's see. There we go. Get his round eye in, because remember, guys, eyes are like balls, because we normally think of it as like a ball like this or something like that, but we just don't do it because of the eyelids. But we usually do have, depends on the character, but you'll have an eyelid just like this, and it's basically just like a circle, And then let's get his pupil. He's got a big old pupil because he's like Yoda, and he has these big old eyes. Yeah, let's get a little. Looks like he has a big old. And we get a little thing for his. Oh, wait, I'll put that side. For the shine in his eyeball. This would be the pupil, and then this will be the the brown part, the color of his eyes, basically. So if you had to say, I'd say it's they're looking like he has brown eyes. Looks like his Yoda had. Everyone's saying this is Yoda's kid. I don't know. I mean, I watched The Mandalorian, but I don't think they established that Yoda, you know, Hachi was. I can't do it. Sorry, guys. I know. I'll keep my day job. Very funny. Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. You can always fix it up later, but I'm just trying to get this in. So he's got his little cute button nose. Looks like he just has a regular people nose. If you guys are ever little tip on drawing characters, most characters are just characters that all look the same like people. Because if you ever notice, guys, even animals have similar arms and legs. Every creature on this planet is born with just about with legs or some kind of, even fish kind of have like legs, they're water legs, I guess, They have mouths, they have eyes. It's funny how we're all kind of like similar and different in a way. So just something to keep in mind when you're creating characters. There's little ears in. We're all kind of human. Every creature's kind of humanoid in a way. Fingers, nails, hair. Animals have hair, animals have nails. And if you actually have drawn, see, I've drawn plenty of animals, and I noticed like bone structures, and it kind of very similar to the same. They have bones and muscles like us, If you've ever seen one of those muscular pit bulls, but yeah, very similar to us, guys. I mean, it's kind of amazing when you really think about how, he's so cute. Baby Yoda. Let's give him a little. He's kind of going like, what am I doing on this? You're being sold by Disney, that's what. You just see it. Oop. He's got these cheeks. Let's give him these big old cheeks. Pinch those chubby cheeks. So, yeah. Let's see. His ears, just like regular ears, only longer, Got this little Vulcan ears. These ears, they just look just like human. They don't look like, they're not exactly like human ears, but I noticed certain things about the ears, Like you think something like Alien would look completely different, but like I said, something like a character like this has just very human features, fingers, chin, lips. Just something to think, to keep in mind, guys, that characters are often modeled after us, There's really not much going on. I mean, when you really look back at Star Wars, just looks like a bunch of people with face masks up. And I know that is what they are, but as Star Wars got different over the years, they added more creatures, like slugs and things that were completely different. But for the most part, Star Wars was just I'd say it was more like races of people in a way, like something similar to that. Like different aliens and stuff like that were. Because they just had the same, they looked just like a regular person, that all they was, kind of a, alien looking creature, but they smoked, they drank, they breathed air, wherever they. So, just something to think about, because I really want to discuss about, character design. It's something you guys have to think about if you're designing your own characters. But if you're drawing characters like this, it doesn't matter. Let's just get this code in. Just keep, squiggly lines for the clothes, and then, like I said, I've talked to us before with clothes, they always wrap around the body, but he has a little short arms, so not really you can do much of that. But fingers, same way. Let's get the fingers in. So he has his little thumb here. Keep it short, little chubby digits, and then looks like he have a nail. The little baby digits. Get this little, just get the nail in. And baby fingers are just the same thing, just a little shorter is all. Let's get this hand in. But still you have three sections for the fingers. And we'll just darken that area. That's all. It's remember, this is just a quick drawing, guys. I try to keep it as quick as I can. Just to... You can always slow this video down. But for the most part, I'm giving you in real time. I'm just a fast drawer, guys, because I know he's looking kind of crazy. Don't worry, guys. When I draw the has little wrinkles, because he's still an alien. He's not old. but that's just how he looks. That's just how he looks for add little grooves, you know. Although I hate doing stuff like that. I know he's looking good because his pupils aren't colored, guys, so he's just looking like a mental patient, but it's not. You'll see when we it'll look a lot better. I wanted to color him, but you know, because I may be drawing him. I'm not sure, guys, but I have other ones I need to work on to get out first. If you guys haven't seen my Darth Raven, check that out. I drew Darth Raven, so. And then let's gotta finish this up. And my style is comic book, so I still draw it like a comic book, even though I'm looking at, you know, I told you guys, when it comes to references, you're just using it to draw what it looks like, but you're still utilizing your own style. So if you draw things sloppy or whatever, if you draw things exactly amount you want to do an exact portrait, you know, that's on your style. So, but you're just, because, you know, you don't know what these characters look like. It's not like, you know, I know what Baby Yoda looks like, you know. But references, if you want to be as, my advice for anything, I mean, if you can draw stuff from memory, great. But like I said, obviously you have to look at something. But what I'm saying from as far as like being accurate, references is the key, guys. If you guys are having trouble drawing characters, just always have enough references. That's all. You know, there's plenty of pictures on the internet. Plenty of people have drawn their own versions, study their work, and then just kind of go from there, you know? Okay, let's get rid of this, and let's save. Where are we at? Oh, 11 minutes, that's not bad. I drew him kind of quickly, so let's get his eyes, because this is freaking me out. For pupil, you can always just erase a little dot in the middle if you want, but, you know. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry, guys. Got to silence my phone. It didn't go off, but I just don't want to take a chance of it ringing. Let's draw a little guy. Although I'm going to leave this part white because... excuse me. Sorry, guys. I was telling you before I needed some coffee. I had a little bit of a spackle. A couple of issues this weekend. You know, I was stressing about my car. I had to take my car in today, so... I kind of lost a whole day, so I'm trying to play catch up, and... That's okay. I'm happy. Still got the money to take care of my car, so... Gotta appreciate the little stuff, guys. So, always appreciate the little. Me, I always appreciate the day, every day that I can draw. This is what I love doing, guys, so just gotta keep at it. Can't give up. Can't give in, guys. So many people that want us to give in, you know, because they just... Look, guys, I have no... however people want to live their lives, but, you know, I don't like it when people put you down. You know, I still get put down by people that, you know, so don't think if people are telling you guys, that means they just don't want to do it themselves. So all you can do is smile and wave and just, you know, just say, you know what, that's fine. I keep telling you guys, in fact, I was just, because I was today I was at the mechanic with my dad, guys. I get my car taken where he lives, just because I know the mechanic and I trust him. And he was just telling me today that, you know, we were having this discussion because I'm trying to get my dad to do... My dad's a financial guy, and I'm trying to get him to do some videos because, like, he would make a great, like, dad to all you guys. I mean, I'm sorry, but, like, all you guys are lost out there who don't have a dad. I wish I can actually share my dad with you because, like, he always has good advice and just advice that I've, you know... I think it'd be better coming from somebody like him who's, like, lived his life, and a lot of guys are lost. Especially we were talking about the student debt and stuff like going on and things like that, and how... You know, if maybe some guys or people who, you know, maybe we would have made better financial choices, you know, that had someone to tell them. Because I can tell you guys, with the student debt, I'm not trying to get political, but I guarantee if some people would have made a lot better, I would have made a lot better choices. I mean, I got student debt. Luckily, I had my dad to kind of help me, you know, pick a better route. Because I don't have $80,000 worth of debt, guys. I can tell you that much. I mean, I have, you know, something that's payable. I stopped paying after a while. But, like, what I'm getting at is that I'm just getting some showers, guys. And just listen to me talk, because I'm giving you good advice, guys. You know, that I stress this on my channel enough that I do what I do because I want to be happy doing what I'm doing. There's so many people... Look, if you guys are happy, like I said, if you're happy, and I use the North Sea, and I get made fun of this a lot. Some people, like, who you know, who always say that to me, they ask me, hey, Tom, how's the North Sea doing? You know, they're just joking. They know because they've watched my videos, and they're just messing. But let me tell you something, guys. In 20 years from now, you're going to be an adult or whatever, and you're going to look back and wish you'd done more because you're going to be doing something that you only did because either you had to do or you thought you had to do. And my dad always pushed me, look, I'm not successful because of my own choices, guys, because I made a lot of choices that, I should have started this a long time ago. It's my fault because, it's I didn't have the confidence that I had, I didn't believe in my work. I didn't think it was strong enough, and I was waiting for other people to give me an opportunity, and it never came. So that's the mistake I would make. I mean, I made, guys. I would make. That's the mistake I made, guys. Is always thinking that someone was waiting around. Even if I did get a good job, let me tell you something, guys. COVID was a good lesson because at the end of the day, let's say right out of college I got a job, and I got out of college at 2013, guys. And when did COVID hit? 6 years. So let's say after those 6 years I grinded and I got I'm remotely a decent job. That's only 6 years, and I still would have been on the bottom. COVID would have wiped me out. As an artist, I would have been the first ones to let go. You know what I mean? Even if I was working Disney or whatever. So, I mean, all those years would have been undone was waiting because, I truly believe COVID was going to happen at some point, something like that, But, yeah, COVID, we'll never know. But like I said, COVID wiped that out. And then, I don't know where I would have been. I mean, luckily I had a stable job at the time, and that was, paying me, for, for the time because I wasn't in. But the point is, guys, is that, what was the point? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, don't think that just because this ain't paying the bills that you can't, because eventually you're going to get to a point where you're going to look back and say, am I only doing this job? Am I doing a forklift, or am I, even if you have a successful job, even if you're doing something financial and you're making a lot of money, you're a banker or whatever, I don't know, you're selling real estate, is it really what you want to do? And that's fine. If it is, then more power to you. I'm just saying that, and I was telling my dad, it's just, that he agrees that there's so many people who don't try to do what they want to do because they're afraid it's not going to work financially. And like I said, if you're passionate enough, if you stick with it enough, the money will come. I'm only trying to make a small goal, guys. I'm just trying to do my work enough where I can get monetized. That's my goal, is to get monetized, make some extra money, and then I can do this even more. The more I make here, the less I get to spend, and doing things I don't want to do. So, the problem is a lot of people think that you have to do what things. No, you guys can skip the line. You'll have to grind at other things, but wouldn't you rather be grinding for something that you really care about? You know what I mean? Instead of working for someone that you don't want. I mean, if you want to work for people or whatever, that's perfect. It's not perfectly fine. All I'm saying is just make sure it's what you want. If it's how you see yourself doing, but I'm just saying, if you want to go out on your own, don't be afraid to do that. It's going to be risky, but, no risk, no reward. So everything's a financial risk, guys. Make no mistake about it. You invest in a career, think about it. What if you invest in a career that's no longer there? I kind of did in a way. Things when I started in the art world, dude, and I went to college in 2008. By 2012, the technology had changed. I'm telling you, 4 years can happen. A lot of things can happen in 4 years. So anyway, I'm just telling you guys. Try to try not to think about too much of the future. Just sort of, but I mean, don't have a specific goal. It's okay, like, because guys, my goals have changed a little. My art goals have changed a little. Like, I never thought I'd be using a computer, but still, I mean, the goals are still the same. Just some things are a little bit different. But like I said, this is all I want to do. I don't care art if I'm drawing on a computer, if I'm drawing on freaking cave walls and stuff like that. So sorry, guys. I know it's about drawing, but it's the same old crap, guys. And like I said, this is gonna be some of the last videos. So let's just put the finishing touches, and I think we're gonna be now. But that's my advice, guys. Pursue what you want. If it's what you want, then you're on the right path. But like I said, if you're not feeling it, don't be doing it just because people are telling you, it's going to make money or whatever. Anybody, maybe not all of us can be famous or whatever, like Stanley or Todd McFarlane, but you can still carve out a living and do what you're doing. And I hear, it's fun. I hear people talk about businesses all the time. I was talking with a guy. I think he has like I'm sorry. I think he said he had a party planning business. He just delivers the furniture for the parties, stuff like that, And I'm like, wow, you make a living doing that? That's what I'm saying, guys, So as far as making a living, you can find a way to do that, If it's YouTube on art, or you can sell your work, or, that's what I'm trying to do. So that's it. We all have no excuses. And go to the gym. Always go to the gym to have a good health, man. I always encourage going to the gym. That will put you in a good state with the Lord. I'm just going to do a little bit more we're pretty much done. I'm just adding some cross hatch and action coming at you. Just a little bit of texture from the... Not much you can really do, not a whole lot of shadows, but a little bit more. Oh, it's got my hand a little, but that's my advice, guys. Take it or leave it. But I'm telling you, if you guys don't do it, you'll regret it. I regret so many decisions, but like I said, I'm learning from it now. Only because like I should have done this sooner. What I'm doing now, I should have done a long time ago. But like I said, I made excuses. I said, oh, I couldn't afford this, I couldn't afford, while I was spending money on crap that I didn't need, you know? So I'm guilty of it. You know, I bought stuff I didn't need and claiming, oh, I can't buy a microphone. You know what? So I actually have to thank Jayyster, him and his annoying ass. Sorry. But yeah. You know, luckily I have friends and family to push me, guys. I mean, I hope you guys, you know, have that. If, you know, I'll come over to your house and yell at you too and say, you know, get off your arse and do something. So if you need that, I'll do it for free. So anyway, guys, well, there's our baby Yoda. Oh, ain't he cute? Sign this bad boy. Thomas. That's me. Boop. Yeah, I don't like that. Anyway, guys, wow, managed to keep it about 20 minutes, so that's pretty good. So, this is our baby Yoda. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson and this life lesson, and yeah, I hope you guys will be the last. Got two more, let's see, 99 and 100. Maybe I'll do 101, but we'll see. I mean, I kind of like the extra one. I always do like an extra, like if I'm doing 15 push-ups, I'll do 16 for that other one, so we'll see. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe and share the video. And check out me and Mike streaming tonight every Monday. This week's going to be more Star Wars. It's going to be Star Wars all month. So anyway, I hope you guys stay tuned for that. And don't forget to pass this video around. And I'll see you in the next one. Later, Gators. Oh, and may the Force be with you.